Hey there, it's Jillian, and we're going to look at doing some very basic word problems. I think they're going to make sense to you. Just try to listen to what I'm saying and read what I'm pointing to, and see if you could just focus on that and if it doesn't help you to really see what's going on here. So let's do this little problem. It says here, the ratio, so you know what a ratio is, like 3 to 1, 2 to 5, whatever. The ratio of frozen concentrate to water is 3 to 1. How much water and how much concentrate are needed to make 2 liters of juice? So you know that when you have frozen concentrate at the grocery store, you see it in a can in the freezer, and you take it and you add it to water, and then it becomes juice, and you drink it. So they need to know if you're going to add frozen concentrate to water in the proportion of 1 to 3, that's 1 bit of frozen concentrate to 3 bits of water, whether it's cups, gallons, liters, whatever your measurement is. The water needs to be 3 times, because 3 is 3 times 1, the water needs to be 3 times as much as the concentrate. So, how much water and how much concentrate are needed? So we know if it's going to be 3 times, it could be 3 and 1, it could be 6 and 2. This is going to be 3 times this number, but we don't know what multiple of 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, instead of 1 and 3, we're going to say 1x, which is going to represent the amount of, guess, or tell me, or tell yourself. And then 3x is going to represent the amount of something else. And 2 is going to represent something else. So I think it's fair to say that you know that 2 is going to represent the amount of juice. And then we've got 3x being the amount that represents the amount of water. And 1, or 1x, is going to be the amount of concentrate. And now we're going to solve it. So if we have 1x plus 3x, that equals 2. Well, think of x as apples or oranges or whatever you want. So we've got here 1x plus 3x is, of course, 4x equals 2. And we know from before that when you have 4 times something equals 2, that this something is going to equal 2 divided by that. And then we also learned earlier that we need to reduce our fractions. So what number goes into both of these evenly? 2 goes into both of them. 2 goes into there once, 2 goes into there twice. So x is a half. So if 1x is the amount of concentrate, 1x is going to equal 1 times a half, which is equal to a half. And 3x is going to equal 3, or the 3x is the amount of water. 3x is going to equal 3 times a half. And we know that 3 times a half is the, well, we can make that into a fraction. There's nothing to reduce the way we've done previously. So we'll just multiply our numerators and multiply our denominators. And then we need to read the question, no matter if this is grade 9 math or calculus, grade 12, whatever course you're in, you need to reread the word problem again and again and again, and certainly just before you write your final answer, because you need to make sure you're answering the question. So what do they want to know? How much concentrate and how much water? So we need, therefore, you know what the therefore symbol looks like, therefore, we need 1/2 liter, because that's the units we're using, liters, 1/2 liter of concentrate and 3/2 liters of water. Ta-da! That's it. You read the question. Did you answer the question? I did. End of story. Done.